It's 31 seconds long? You gotta be kidding me, right? The new WWE 2K22 official trailer is not only very short, but just going off of these thumbnails that I have in front of me, it's not coming out this year, which doesn't even make sense or follow the standard format of having the following year be your current year's title of the game, but don't know what happened with that. I guess this shouldn't even take us that long to even react to. So let's get right into it.
Product not yet ready.
Wow, the graphics look crazy. The hair is still... They got Kane in here. I mean, it is a game. I'm not gonna lie, the graphics look ridiculous. It hits different. What? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just play it back with no volume so we can just see it all again, and maybe I can actually put it in full screen this time. So I will say right off the bat, like graphically, this is like the best looking wrestling game we've seen yet. I mean, I would expect that much considering that I'd imagine this is a next gen, game where it's going to be on PS5 and Xbox, Series X. But the funny thing is, even with all the characters that they're showing off and how sparkly and flashy and just great it looks, it still seems like hair is not something that they're able to even get 100% of the way. But within this 30-second trailer, I mean, they're kind of confirming a lot of characters right off the bat. And again, this is a first time for me because, like I said, I haven't done or messed with any wrestling games for a very long time. And I'm just gonna pause it right there. March 2022. That's probably the biggest thing right here. This game is not coming out this year. It's actually coming out next year. Now, if that was the case, I wonder why they are even bothering with advertising it so soon. And usually, I mean, around this time from my memory, because again, like I said, I long gone gave up on the Wwe 2K games for obvious reasons. I'm sure anyone that still supports them is very aware of why anybody would stop playing these games. And that's only because of the sole fact that the games have been buggy, and mad buggy. Every time they say that they fix it, it's embarrassing, okay, how much of the same it really is. It's like they're just lying to people. And so I feel like I stopped playing these games around 2K18. That was the last one that I actually played. Skipped out on 19, skipped out on 20, and then they skipped out on even doing 21 because that was the off year that they decided we're gonna just go with a more over-the-top, goofy, very video game based wrestling type of game. And honestly, that one I actually did play and it wasn't bad. It was actually kind of fun, and the fact that it was a game that did not take itself seriously because of the nature that it was, I'm like, oh, okay, naturally I'm not gonna be so critical about it because it's a game and it is a goofy one at that. And I enjoyed it and I had a lot of fun. It was very tedious to unlock all the characters and whatnot. I mean, I don't even think I even did that, to be honest, now that I think about it. But bringing it back to here, now that, of course, they're going to put out the next game. So that makes me wonder if they're going to put out 2K22 in the year 2022, does that mean that if they go along with doing 2K23, would that also just release within the same year? Like, how is that gonna work? Like, I really am wondering why it's taking them this long to put out another WWE 2K game when they took a year off from the last one. Okay, so this actually just in, I usually don't do this, but I figured that this was kind of important so I don't look and sound like a complete idiot when it comes down to WWE and their 2K games. So there actually is a reason as to why they delayed it so much so, and this one actually makes sense, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't pick this up on my own when reacting to this initially. But at the time of editing this video, I do want to say that it has everything to do with WWE, and the fact that they have been constantly firing, releasing, and honestly just forgetting about the people that they already have signed via contract to their own company. So with all of the changes, for those that may not be wrestling fans, which is kind of rare, I feel like, but I mean, just in case you're not really following any of the backstage news behind the scenes within WWE that's going on literally within all three brands, you should notice that there are a lot of superstars that are either not around, haven't been seen, or just straight up got let go. This has been a constant thing for a good portion of this year alone. Usually WWE lets go of a lot of stars within what they like to call the spring cleaning phase, which is actually around the springtime shortly after WrestleMania season, and they've just been doing that way more so, it seems, this year, because it looks like they are gearing up to sell the company off to whoever would like to buy it. And obviously that's directly affecting this game, because imagine them releasing a game full of characters that are not even under contract or even in the promotion anymore. It'll look really weird and probably really bad. So I don't blame 2K Games for holding off, but at the same time, I don't think that's really going to change anything that I'm about to say in the remainder of this video. So yes, thank you for the interjection, or yeah, I just had to put that out there. So back to the video. I don't know exactly if it was the same studio or whatnot. I don't have those bits of detail, but the fact is they didn't do 2K21, and here they are finally putting out the next one, and they're not releasing it in 2021. If you look at any other sports game, that's literally how it works, straight up. Ever since they started, I'm pretty sure that's literally how it was even for the SmackDown vs. Raw games. I don't know. But like I said, it does look really good. It looks really good. Okay, don't get me wrong. It looks really good, you know? I'll play it back in real time really quick just to get through this one more again. This is from a work in progress build, as it mentions at the bottom there. So even with all of the roster that they're showing off right here in this trailer, obviously there's a lot more that needs to be done apparently. And you know, I'm just hoping that by the time the final product comes out, I really do hope that it is a completely different experience that a lot of us already have been used to for, you know, the duration of how long these games have been coming out for. And they've been coming out for a very long time. And a lot needs to be changed, and a lot hasn't changed. Obviously, with these graphics being at the face of everything right now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, yo, this looks really good, but is it going to play well? And I'm hoping that if they're going to make this game come out the following year, they're going to go against the grain with just how they release these titles. Listen, they better make sure that it does hit different, because if it don't hit different, I'm sure that they should just cancel themselves at that point. They should just stop making the WWE 2K games the way that they try to do it. They should just go back to that way that they did the Battlegrounds, stick to that formula, and then just be done with this over-the-top fake ass way to make these freaking games like hella sport like or whatever. Okay, it just doesn't it doesn't work, especially when it's all buggy, mad glitches, and it just don't change at all. Okay, so there's my 2 cents. That's my reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I guess from here on out, since we've been on a wrestling craze, we're gonna be covering a lot more stuff in regards to the video games as well. So stay tuned for the future.